Hello, the Side Renegade here, back with you for another video. And today I want to talk to you about failing. Yes, failing. What do I mean by failing? Today I want to talk to you about a concept known as failing fast. You need to be able to fail fast, and that's going to impact your personal growth or anything you're trying to achieve. So, what does that mean? What does failing fast mean? To me, what that means is that you want to be able to go out there, experiment, make mistakes, fail, learn from those failures, and grow from it. This will allow you to know what works, what doesn't work, and adapt from that, change course if you need be. You want to change course as early as you can. And that will be very important to you. So, I'll give you a simple example. Right now, as all of you should know by now, I'm training for a marathon. How does failing fast apply to that? It takes me weeks, months actually, to train for a marathon, my training season. So failing fast means I pick up a training regimen. I start a training regimen, and if any injury needs to happen, let it happen earlier in the regimen rather than later. Because the earlier it happens, the more time I have to heal and recover and learn from that and adapt and change things. The later it happens, the less I have to do. Then I'm just going to have to either skip the marathon or just run with whatever to do my best, right? So now, how does failing fast apply to you in your life, on your journey of personal growth? How can you apply that on your journey of personal growth? Now, the few things you want to do in applying this in a general sense on personal growth is you want to set small goals. By setting small goals, it allows you to not get too overwhelmed by trying something too big. Because the bigger the goal, the more guarantee you're going to fail at it. But if you're going to fail at something, you're going to fail at something small because that's easier to adjust than adjusting something big. Because most of the time, bigger things have too many moving parts. The smaller it is, the simpler it is, then you can adjust. You can adjust to that. The second thing that you wanna do is experiment. Now, because the goal is small, you have the ability to have a few multiple of all those things, right? You can experiment, right? And experimenting doesn't mean you do one thing. If it didn't go exactly as you wanted, you move on. No, experimenting means you give the goal enough time. And if that doesn't work, you move on to another one. You wanna try different things and then see what's working for you. Because at the end of the day, it's about trying to get to what works for you and trying to get to what's the most efficient for you. The next thing you wanna do, for example, is track your progress. Track your progress. By tracking your progress, you're able to see which direction are you trending, right? For example, if you're losing weight, now I have a relationship with my weight that the scale only tells me the trend. When I look at the number on the scale, and I know that's not for everybody. I know for some people it's hard. But for me, the scale tells me a trend. Am I going up or am I going down? And what goal am I trying to achieve? Right? And that would allow me to tweak it as I want to tweak it. Or am I staying still? That's another metric. Am I standing still, going up or going down? So when I stand on a scale and I try to record that progress again and again and again, right? Multiple times so that I have different data points, and that will give me an average and I'll be able to know more accurately where I'm at. So by knowing that, by tracking that progress, I'll be able to know, oh, wow, I'm starting to go down. Maybe I don't want to go down. Maybe I want to go up. Then I need to change things that impact that. Same thing with you. It's the same, even if when you're lifting weight, you're trying to get to a certain goal lifting weights. You want to track the progress. You want to be able to know how much did I lift today? How much am I lifting next week? How much am I lifting the week after that? And you'll be able to see, am I staying at the same level? Am I not able to lift as heavy? Or am I lifting too heavy? As in, am I getting stronger, right? And that would allow you to know, okay, is it that I'm not recovering? What's going on? And then you can experiment, see what works, and you can tweak that. The earlier you can do that, the better. Same thing with running. Am I getting faster? You getting the gist. So tracking your progress is crucial. I always say, if you can measure it, you can improve it. You can tweak it, right? Another thing is seek feedback. We always shy away from feedback because it feels like criticism and it's not easy. And the people that hold us to account, man, those people, we don't appreciate them as much as we should because it's hard to hear feedback, especially negative feedback. But the only question I always ask myself is this constructive or not? Seek feedback, not just any kind of feedback, constructive feedback. Constructive feedback would let you know what you need to change. It's not just going to be like, no, you suck. No, constructive feedback will tell you, here's where you went wrong. And from there, you will be able to level up based on a constructive feedback. But some feedback are destructive. They're just there to put you down. So you need to be able to seek feedback, but also know how to discern constructive versus destructive and gravitate towards the people that give you constructive feedback. But hey, constructive feedback can also be hard to take. So learn to take that feedback. Even in the moment, it's hard, but learn to separate yourself and actually listen. Does the person have a point? Right? Because trust me, it's not easy to be told what we're doing wrong. Right? It's not easy. I know, and some people in my life know that too, because I tend to give people feedback. Anyway, that's the story for another day. The next thing is be open to change. Be open to change, because when somebody gives you that feedback, don't be too rigid. Don't be stuck in your own ways, right? Listen to it and be open to change. Now, these are building on each other, right? Because if you're experimenting, you're open to change. You're not stuck in one of the ways, right? And failing fast is about adaptability, changing direction. I'm going this way, maybe I need to go the other way, and all that. So be open to change. That's another thing that you want to keep in mind. The more open you are to change, the more you're not stuck in this is what needs to be happening, this is what I need to do. The more you're not stuck on that, the easier it becomes. You're open to change, you're more fluid, you're more malleable, right? And you can navigate difficult times and grow from that. All these points will help you grow and grow and grow, will help you achieve that goal you're trying to achieve. Another thing is embrace discomfort. Now, remember feedback? When somebody's giving you feedback, how uncomfortable it is? This is one of those things where I'm like, hey, embrace discomfort. If you try new things, there's discomfort. If you've ever stayed out of the gym, or if you're one of the people that works out ever stayed out of the gym and you go working out again, or you try new exercise and your muscles are aching and all that, that's discomfort. You need to be able to embrace discomfort in all its forms. If you're a runner and you're running, you know how much your mind puts you at a when you're feeling uncomfortable, your mind is trying to have you stop running, but you need to be able to embrace that discomfort. And as you embrace that discomfort, you're going to see a lot of growth. You're going to be able to push through some of those failures. Failure is not comfortable. Failure is one of the most uncomfortable thing, because then we look down on ourselves. Are we not good enough? Right? The next step I want you to think about is reflect on your failures. You need to be able to reflect. Go back on your failures and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? Learn from it, move on. Don't dwell on the failure. Reflect on them and then move on. Now, and I've been guilty of this too. We don't always want to look back at our failures. We just want to move past them and never hear about them. But the failures are part of us. We get to where we get because we failed, and that's where we are today, right? It's the journey. It's about the journey. So go back, look at the failures. Where did you go wrong? Objectively look at it, right? Don't blame anything. Take accountability for your failures. And where did you go wrong? And then improve from there, right? And that will help you. It will help you not only build that level, that relationship with your failure. If failure is just a lesson, you can look at it as a lesson, you can look at it as the end of the world. It's just a lesson. But probably one of the most important thing that I feel like we don't do enough of is celebrate the small wins. It's important that on this journey of personal growth, it's not easy. Seeking to be better, seeking to better yourself, anything, celebrate the small wins, no matter how small. There is no win that is too small. Anything. You woke up today and went to the gym, small win. You started that project that you've been holding off, small win. Celebrate that. Even if you didn't get to where you wanted to get to, but you started it. The mere fact that you started it, celebrate that. And that will carry you. It'll carry you because there's something about being able to appreciate those small things that just carries us to the next. Just do better next time. That's why I said fail fast. Now, all these things are the way they will allow you, all these tools that I've just explained, they will allow you to fail fast, adapt, and move forward. And the quicker you can do it, the quicker you can grow. So when there's a lesson to learn it as quickly as you can and adapt. So if this was helpful to you, or you know anybody that this could be helpful to, please share. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this if it's up your alley, and like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, fail, but fail fast.